Okay, so before we get into this video, if it sounds like someone's holding my nose for the entire video, it's because I am ill. Please excuse me for this one, I cannot control it. But today we're going to talk about Fortnite Chapter 1. Woo! The thing that everyone's talking about right now, obviously it has been announced that it's coming back permanently, quote unquote, with all 10 seasons coming back in rotation monthly. But today I'm going to talk about, the pros and cons about this coming back. Could it actually be bad for Fortnite for Chapter 1 to come back like this, or will it actually be a good thing? Let's just get straight into it. So we're going to start with the good. I do have a nice little good list here. So obviously the good thing is that the new players can experience OG properly. For the normal OG seasons, obviously Chapter 2 is going on right now. It only lasts for a month. It's kind of just everything thrown into one, or just the best of. Like Chapter 2 OG isn't Chapter 2 like everything that happened in that season. There's a lot of locations that we don't have. So obviously if you're doing every single season in rotation, you get to experience every single location from every single map change. We'll be able to go to like Neo Tilted, the futuristic retail row, I forgot what that was called. So that will be fun to see. Obviously another good thing is money. Epic Games will make so much money from this happening. Hopefully we do get live events. I really hope they do this, because if not, I feel like this will be a huge fumble, because obviously they're not really a big fan of doing live events anymore. I don't know if you've noticed over the last couple chapters, and this could be a really good excuse to try out all the new fancy effects with like Unreal Engine 5 and all that stuff. So they could retell these events but like 10 times better graphics, like make it look more epic, better music and soundtracks, and it's a good tester for future events as well. They can bring back old game modes. There was like the heist game mode, I forgot what it was called. It was really fun though. You get to get like safes and like llamas and stuff like that. They could bring back the old Avengers game mode, which is a lot of fun. Sneaky silencers and stuff like that, playing them where they actually came out. You can bring back old skins. Obviously we talked about the old battle passes coming back. Old starter packs could come back. You could bring back old challenges for like free stuff. You can maybe unlock styles you didn't unlock before, complete battle passes you didn't complete before if they do go down that route. And it can bring the OG players into the new era of Fortnite. Obviously a lot of people are going to come back from like 10 years ago, because that's how long Fortnite's been out. But a lot of people might not have wanted to play new Fortnite, and say you get bored of OG Fortnite and you want to hop into Chapter 6. It can bring a lot of the player base back from the olden days into the new era, and if they enjoy that more, then you've got players back. But obviously the bad bit is that it just completely pulls away from Chapter 6 in my opinion. Obviously we haven't heard anything for Chapter 6 yet, and that is going to be in like a couple of weeks. We've had no teasers, no release date really, and Chapter 1's already been announced as like the main thing. Loads of people are liking the tweets, millions of like views on different posts. Yet there's nothing for Chapter 6. We don't know the theme. Everything's just in the air right now. There's no teasers. A thing I've seen some people talk about is that it could result in less effort put into Chapter 6, since the majority of Chapter 6 will have Chapter 1 in it. They could just think, well, we'll put more effort into Chapter 1, and Chapter 6 could actually suffer because of that. I personally don't think they'll go that route. I do think they will have a team for Chapter 1 and a team for Chapter 6, because Chapter 6 is obviously modern Fortnite. They want Chapter 6 to be the mode everyone will play, and Fortnite OG will be like a mode if you get bored of Chapter 6 or something like that. So I don't think Chapter 6 will suffer because of Chapter 1. There's a slight chance that it could, but it would be really silly on Fortnite's behalf, because Chapter 6 will be the selling point. That's where all the collab mythics will be. That's where all the, the new like concerts and stuff like that will be. So they don't want to let that slip, because that's where the innovative stuff will be. Obviously a new map. The new map needs to be good. So yeah, Chapter 6 will be fine effort wise. An obvious bad thing is that it could make people not like OG that much. When you keep bringing back something that is nostalgic, it eventually wears off. The nostalgia wears off, and I think this could really easily happen with Fortnite OG. Since you are getting a month per season, I feel like there's not that much content that they can add to make these seasons interesting every month. It's like Chapter 2 OG, I've seen a lot of people just kind of fizzle out of playing that already, because it's like, well, we played Chapter 2, it's good for the first couple of weeks, but then it's like, yeah, but realistically I did play Chapter 2. So like I said, I think the old players who are still playing now will think, well, I already played Chapter 1, so I'll stick to Chapter 6, and then, yeah. I don't want them to tarnish the nostalgia. Like, this really does need to be the last time Chapter 1 comes back, because it'll just get to a point where people see Chapter 1 and go, oh, nice one, you're bringing back Chapter 1 again. But yeah, I feel like I completely rambled. I'm going to see if this actually makes sense when I chop it down. But my overall opinion is that I think Chapter 1 will bring a lot of players into Fortnite, obviously. It'll be beneficial for chapter 6 since a lot of players will go from chapter 1 to chapter 6, but I do feel like it could be bad in the long run potentially, depending on how they manage it. It can have its consequences, but it can have its pros as well. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Down in the comments, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.